My selfie collage. Let's start with an AI background, a selfie with an AI background. So let me open up a picture that has me in it. Let's see. There we go. And I'm going to first start out by selecting subject. Now, what happened in this case is it didn't just select me, it selected these other sculptures, and I don't want those. I just want the sculpture of me, the picture of me. So I'm going to go here to the fourth tool from the top, which is, right now it's the magic wand, but I'm going to switch to the quick selection tool. And you can look up here and it has add to selection and subtract from selection. So I want to subtract. So I'm going to subtract this. I can change the number of pixels that it subtracts at a time. I'll change it to 30. If you have a more detailed, finer selection, you can alter it in the other direction, but I'm just doing a quick large deselection. So I deselected that figure and I deselect this figure, leaving just me. Okay, and there's some other stuff here that I need to deselect, but I'm afraid I might start deselecting into me, so I'm going to make this a little smaller, and I'm still in the minus. And there you go. Now it just has me selected. Okay, that's pretty much what I want. It looks like there's a little area extra down here. And unfortunately, I deselected too much. So I'm going to go to the Add to Selection tool, and I'll just add to the selection. And there, I got the rest of my sandal here, and the rest of my foot here. You have to play with it a little bit to get it exactly how you want it. So you have to toggle back between plus and minus until you have just exactly what you want selected. So now I do. So now I'm going to do edit, copy, edit, paste. And I'm going to hide the bottom layer so I can just check the top layer that everything is there, that I'm not missing a foot or anything like that. Okay, so there's a couple of ways you can do the AI background. You can I can select myself again, so I'll do select, reselect, and then I'm going to go here and do generative fill. So what the generative fill does is it will fill in everything except me, and you can pretty much put anything you want. So I could do generative fill, and I could put Dr. Seuss style city. Okay, and let's see what it generates. Okay, and it's not going to let me do that because Dr. Seuss's material is copyright. So let's try that again, and I'll put Cartoon City. Okay, and now I'll generate. Let's see what happens. And what it did was it put the city inside of me. So that's not what I want. Control Z. What I have to do instead is I have to do select inverse. And that will select the entire background. And I can now do generative fill, cartoon Cartoon City, generate, and let's see what happens. And it'll give me a bunch of choices, so I can just kind of go through and see if I like any of them. So I'm not really in love with them, so I'm going to go back, and instead I'm going to put Tune Park Bench. Let's see what happens. And it puts me sitting on a cartoon park bench. So now what I can do is, if you look at the layers, let me just go window, layers. You can see in the layers menu. That I have a cartoon park bench and I'm sitting on it. Now, if I want to, I can now delete the layer mask. I can now rasterize. Let me just do this. I'm going to rasterize this layer. And now that it's rasterized, I'm going to use the magic wand, and I'm going to, if you can add to a selection by holding the shift key. I'm going to take all this background out. Let's see, in here too. You get rid of this, 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 this. Okay. So I got all that area selected, and I actually want to get rid of the little bush too. So I'm going to go to the quick select tool and hit add, and I'm going to add the little green bush in here as well. Okay. Okay. Now I've got all this selected. This outer area is selected. I realized that my part of my hair is accidentally selected, so I'll use the subtraction tool and get rid of that. And now let me try doing generative fill again, and I'm going to put cartoon tropical rainforest. Okay, generate. And now I'm in a tropical rainforest on a cartoon bench. So you can see how you can actually do layers of this stuff. I'm going to go back to, I'm going to close this. I'm going to actually remove, let's see, let's see, let me rasterize the layer. And I'm going to click in here, and I'm going to delete the layer mask. So now everything's all together here. I'm going to do select color range, and I'm going to hit highlights. Okay. And let me just go all the way to the right. That's not going to work. I'll hit cancel. Select color range, and I'm going to do sample colors. So I'm picking this color here. Okay, just the white area. I'll hit OK, and you can see that it picked just the white areas all over the place without me having to hit the select tool. The only problem is it also selected part of my hair, so I'm going to go to the quick select tool, go to subtract, and I'm going to fix that. Okay, it's not selecting my hair anymore. And now I'm going to do generative fill again, and I'm going to do outer space. Generate. So it did some weird things. It accidentally selected part of my leg. So let me do Control Z or Command Z if you're on a Mac, and I'm going to subtract the part of my selection that's on my leg. Okay, let's try this again. Generative fill, outer space, generate. Okay, so let's go through the different choices. That's kind of interesting. Look, I'm up in the sky. So maybe instead of outer space, let me try alien planet. Alien planet. Generate. So let's see. That's kind of cool. I like that one. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to show you is that you can add different layers and collage different things on top of each other to create a very imaginary world and put yourself in it. So that's the assignment today is you're going to generate different backgrounds. You need to find a full shot of yourself, which means you from head to toe. If you don't have a good one, get a partner, grab your camera and SD card, and I would like you to have your partner take a photo of you and then start generating various AI backgrounds and see if you can collage or combine them together to create something really interesting. When you're done, you're going to have to resize it and export it as a PNG. So let's go ahead and do that now. First of all, I just want to show you what everything looks like at this point. So this was my original. I then made a copy of the original and just selected me out and pasted it. And then above it, I did a generative AI of me sitting on a cartoon bench. And then I added a jungle to the background. And then I added an alien planet to the background. So I created, using different layers of AI, a collage that I put myself into. So now I'm going to do image size. And as you can see, this is a very large image. So I'm going to make the width just 10 inches. But I'm going to change the resolution to 300. I'll hit OK. And then I'm going to do File, Export, Quick Export as PNG. And I'm going to give it a name. Let's see. Me on an alien planet. Okay. And you could put yourself anywhere. You could put yourself in Paris, France. You could put yourself under this ocean. Anywhere you want to be. Just have fun with this. It's just sort of a fun, silly project. Okay. And that's that.